If you always regret your actions, you're not alone. Millions relive old conversations, old choices, old pain, rewinding life in their head every day. What if I told you regret isn't a punishment? It's not something to be feared. It's a message, and it can set you free. You just never learned how to read it. Let's fix that together. You gave your time to the past. Let's give a few minutes to your future. Because regret isn't the enemy. It's a teacher. A painful one, yeah. But it teaches what joy can't. Let me show you. Regret only exists when you've changed. You became wiser. You saw clearer. Regret is that moment you realize, I could have done better. It's growth wrapped in guilt. No regret means no reflection. No reflection means no learning. So if you feel regret, that means you've grown. You're not broken, you're evolving. But we were never taught what to do with regret. So we keep reliving it, like emotional self-harm, hoping this time it'll change. But it won't, because the past is locked. But you still hold the key to what comes next. So don't erase your regret. Translate it. Let's do that now. Let's say you ignored someone who needed help, and now, years later, it haunts you. You replay it every month. But why? Because deep down you've changed. You're no longer the guy who walks past. Regret proves that, and now you have a decision. Keep punishing yourself or redeem it. The past isn't fixable, but it is repurposable. You get to decide what the pain meant. You get to define what comes next, but you have to stop running. Turn, face it. It can't hurt you if you learn from it, and it can't rule you if you forgive yourself. So take a breath and keep going. So why do you keep regretting things? Because you never defined what matters to you. Without a compass, every path feels wrong. You try to please everyone, but lose yourself. And later, you regret not being real. You regret silence or choosing comfort over courage. But here's the truth you need to hear. No one has the answers in real time. We all guess, then we learn. That's not failure, that's feedback. But your brain wants perfection. And when you fall short, it plays the scene on repeat, hoping to fix what can't be touched. You become trapped in a what-if prison. What if I said that differently? What if I waited? What if I chose the other option? But regret lives in fantasy, and healing lives in reality. You did the best you could with who you were. You didn't know then what you know now. That's not failure, that's progress. But you keep forgetting that because your mind only saves the pain. So you need to save the lesson on purpose. Overthinking and control. Regret is the child of overthinking. You replay the scene hoping to control it, but you're trying to edit a finished movie. It's time to walk out of the theater. Some regret what they did. Others regret what they didn't do. Both feel heavy, but both are useful if you let them teach, not torture. And that requires self-trust. To believe I can choose better next time, even if I chose wrong before. That belief, that's what ends the loop. The mind wants certainty, but life is built on movement, and movement creates mistakes. But also meaning, regret only exists because you moved, and that's brave. You regret things because you care. You care about doing right. That means you're not lost, you're learning. Regret means your values are alive, and your future is still unwritten. So write something new, not perfect, but real. Not flawless, but true. That's how regret becomes power. Not by erasing the past, but by rewriting the future. Let's talk about how. It starts with one small action today. Let's transform regret into something useful. First, write it down. Name it clearly. If it stays vague, it stays painful. But clarity shrinks fear. Now ask, what was I avoiding? Why did I act like that? Was I scared? Was I hurt? Regret isn't just what you did. It's about who you were and what you needed. Maybe you needed love. Maybe you needed courage you didn't have yet. You can still give yourself those things. That's healing. And now ask one more question. That's where power begins. Small actions, big shift. Regret wants to move. It wants redemption. Not always from others, but from yourself. So write the message you never sent. Say the thing you were too scared to say. Fix the small things you can. Forgive yourself for the things you can't. Even small acts can break the cycle. Even saying, I'm learning. Each tiny move builds self-trust, and trust kills shame. The goal isn't erasing the past, it's updating your story. So your regret becomes a teacher, processing the past. You might regret not being kind enough, Then be kind now to someone else. You regret quitting too soon? Try again now, even small steps. You regret hurting someone? Apologize or live better in their honor. You regret not speaking up? Speak now for someone who can't. Regret loses power when you use it. Pain becomes meaning. Mistake becomes lesson. Shame becomes fuel. That's how you win. Not by being perfect, but by being real. And real people feel regret, but they don't live in it. They walk through it. You can too, even now. One act, one shift, one decision. I'll use this, not run from it. That's your power. Regret is not a curse. It's a compass. It points to where you can grow, where you can give more, love more, live better. Start small. Start now. Your next choice is everything. Let go of the idea of a perfect past. It doesn't exist. The only real thing is now. You're not the same person who made that choice. You're wiser, more aware, and you get to choose again. Direction over perfection. The goal isn't to never make mistakes. It's to keep learning, keep adjusting. Regret is just a sign you're recalibrating. That's a good thing. Only people who care feel regret. Only people who try fall short. And you're still trying. That matters. Building a new relationship with self. You don't need to forgive and forget everything, but you do need to forgive yourself. You were doing your best with what you knew then. And now you know more. You are not your worst moment. You are your next step. So take it. Reconnection and rebirth. Talk to the people you regret hurting, even if just to say, I'm sorry. You may not be forgiven, but you will have honored the truth. That's growth. That's strength. And sometimes that's enough. Regret means you care. So let that caring fuel your life. Let it build who you are becoming. Your past doesn't define you. Your direction does. So pick it. Pick something better. Pick yourself. Final reflection. Regret will still visit, but it won't own you. You'll recognize it as a messenger. Say thank you. Then keep going. That's growth. That's peace. That's freedom. Final punches. You're not broken. You're becoming. Becoming more honest, more brave, more human. With every mistake, every lesson, you are growing. You are enough. You always were. You just forgot, but now you remember. And now you choose. You choose power. You choose peace.